What's up everyone, this is Char talking and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we'll be talking about the Square Enix live stream for Romancing Saga Re-Universe, talking about the news, upcoming stuff. There were some slides presented in this live stream, and the first one is about the current events. We have here this slide just showcasing the things that we can do right now. There was also information about the latest banner that we can summon for Hilda and Katarina. Well, we talked about this in this channel before. Then they released an information about the upcoming event called Wastelands Warn Bertrand. This event is pretty nice. It seems similar to past events where we have to survive for 10 turns, the raid events, but it's a little different. We use a very limited key to enter called Cursed Key Red, and you obtain this by completing main story, and you get 100 jewels for each round you clear. So you have to survive up to 10 rounds to get the max reward. So don't do it rushly. I believe that you can also retreat before you finish and test your damage, test your squads and everything. Let me return here. There's also one thing that's pretty interesting, and that is this center image. The center image shows that if everyone gets 500 medium damage, I mean the community, you get all these rewards here. There are 2,000 jewels to get just from here as well, so plenty of jewels for those that want to get Bertrand. And alongside this event we have this Beast Hunt event that it's similar to things we got in the past as well, that we will have treasure chests that you have a chance of getting something by opening them. And there are gold pieces of the dragon, a new weapon, also these tickets. I believe that you remember there was just like 7 different boxes, and you could get plenty of things. You have to clear the box, or you can just get the best reward from the box. That's usually a limited one till the 7th, and then you get the gold piece, and then after that you just keep refreshing to get more and more gold pieces. So that's also the way to get this S version of Silver Genryu. Yes, this Genryu is different. It's not the same one as Joe. Bertrand has his unique one, and he also gets his special weapons since he's actually a mage. Bertrand is a mage that uses sword just like Polka, but in his case he needs a special weapon with double element. That's also very interesting, and you need to get it right now. Okay, so we have 2 different events for the boxes. You see Beast Hunt ticket and then the Beast Hunt surprises, and the event period lasts up to day 3 of April, so it will last for a while. Here we have the banner itself. Bertrand, it's a new DX character. Yeah, first release and he comes as a new DX, and the other UDX is his dragon. Genryu is Snowy, Silver Genryu for some. Genryu is interesting, but he probably needs a very strong buff. But Bertrand is good even without a buff. He's a farming character. It's not exactly so good for bossing, but if it's an event boss, not just a challenge boss, he will do pretty well. And people that skipped Sarwin will also feel better, because Bertrand has also a turn 2 fast attack. He has a follow-up to his AoE attack that's fast, and it's pretty unique. Very good character to summon for. Genryu will need a buff, but we'll see about that. The other 2 characters, Madeline and Khalid, are actually platinum ones. They will be added to the platinum pool, so you don't need to summon for them right now. Well, I'll show you some of these new characters so that you can understand how they work. Okay, here is Bertrand in JP. This is the first time that we get of him. He will get another one that's limited in the future. In JP, he doesn't have much STR because he does not use. He can inherit from his S style, but he's all about intelligence. See, 101%. He's not as fast. He will probably get a buff to his agility too. Then for his skills, what we have is Dry Slot. This attack here is the one that I was talking about. It's a turn 2 fast attack that uses 8 power. And then after that, he uses a follow-up single target attack. It's similar to what you see with Red. Red has 2 weak follow-ups, while Bertrand has a very powerful follow-up. The problem is that he only uses this on turn 2 if he follows his JP design. But every time that he kills an enemy, he gets 10 BP. And by getting 10 BP, he uses 13. He can use this again on the next turn. But then he needs to kill with the first hit and then kill again with the second hit. Depending on the wave, he will be able to do that, and he will be able to use 2 fast, powerful attacks in a row. It won't be all the time, but when he does that, it's amazing. His second attack is kind of for stages where you don't need him to use his best setup, so that he will just use this one, and he can just get 5 AP back to keep using it. And if he does not have the powerful attack, he has a cheap one, so that he does never need to use a single target attack that's normal physical. He always just use intelligence-based attacks. So yeah, he gets 5 AP by killing, and it will trigger 2 times. If you kill different targets with the first hit and the second, then he gets a morale up buff. This one I really want them to change so that he becomes better for bossing, because the first passive is already useless for bossing. The second one will only last for 2 turns, not enough for long fights, and then he has only fired up 5. So actually, 45% increase in damage if you count for the 2 things. But he is more for farming as he is. And then we have this Norwegian Ryu, and this Norwegian Ryu here has good status. You can see he has 90% STR and 100% agility. That's just similar to what we got in the game right now. And his attacks, he has a 3 VP AoE. That's pretty weak, but at least it's easy to use since he's a martial artist. Can be easily placed on agility position for Rangers. The second one is also an AoE attack, a little stronger, that also heals. And this one at least has heat damage. He also works well with Genryu if you want, but the AoE damage is not so strong. And then the last attack is this time a single target attack that will give enhanced defense buff. Decreases damage by 15%, but this guy is not exactly the best one for boss fights, so 6 BP is okay for a heal, but the heal is just around 130 and something. There are better cards that can be used like Golden Ball, that works way better for bossing instead of this version of the heal. And for farming, he's not as strong because he only has the third attack being a nuke one. Has a chance to heal himself, is not so interesting. I really want them to change the first one, and this one is only 15% increase in damage. That can be better as well comparing to recent releases. And then he has overtension. Well, he does have some inheritance options like Purified Water that cleanses all status ailments. He does have this attack that can debuff intelligence. His intelligence is not that bad, guys. You see that it's actually 60%. Well, we usually characters will low than that, but yeah, Global X, Rock Bouquet, and Evelyn are much better, but they use more BP as well. And then the last attack is Metal Breath. That reminds me a little more of what you can do with the other Genryu. But this Genryu is not the same as the other ones, so they are considered different characters. Now, I forgot to talk about Bertrand inheritance, and he does have this cheap cold AoE attack that's actually not bad. And he comes with Flame Whip Plus. It's a 5 BP fire attack that can paralyze with medium chance. It's not that powerful with him because the stages where you want to paralyze may require different characters, but all those characters with Flame Whip will be able to upgrade. Like Vargas, that sometimes may be better, and some other ones as well. And it's the only inheritances that matter, Waka Drop and Flame Whip. Well, let's return to the stream. There are more stuff to talk about. And besides this, we also got this other picture that shows the new bundles that we'll get for paid jewels. They are not bad. So if you are planning to summon and you want to do the paid step-ups, they will help you. The second part of the event is Wastelands War, Cursed One. Again, yeah, facing this guy again. And it will appear 2 times. And there is a special boss during certain rounds of the event. And it will drop this luminous stone that will be used for shop. Yes. Besides that, there were also some giveaways. Let's check here. Yeah, 500 jewels, 150 gold pieces, or medals and platinum tickets. That's all. We don't have anything else besides this information. And what I want to say is that Bertrand is a very good style. He's one of the protagonists. Protagonists are always good in a way or another. But he does clash a little with Saruin. So if you got Saruin and you don't have that many gems, think well before deciding to pull. They will probably release the third style of Matriarch, and she's essential for those that want to clear hard challenges. Well, Bertrand is a farming style that, well, you do have replacements. If you don't have that many gems, you can wait at least 1 week to see what's the next bidder if you are planning to save. Well, those are my opinions, and tomorrow I'll be making a review once we get the full data about the buffs, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye.